Hi, Delusion Dispeller, back to tell you from the lemon water where to go from here. Okay, so you've had your lemon water first thing in the morning, like you should. Drink that up until whenever it is that you're going to break your fast. So, I am now currently fasting until noon. So I would eat 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 8 o'clock at night, and then fast until 12 the next day. Alright, so by the second month, after pushing my breakfast up and pushing my breakfast up, I was eating like around 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then I waited a little bit longer, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and now 12 a.m. to 8 p.m. So that's how it worked. Those 8-hour windows are what I try to eat in. Now, if something happens that suddenly somebody asks you out to eat and it's not during your fasting window time, do not beat yourself up. Go out to eat and just stagger it the next day. Try to wait a little bit longer. Just try to stick with those 8-hour periods of eating. The idea is not so much the eating, but the fasting, the time that your body has time to rest and assimilate and absorb and digest all those calories and minerals and vitamins and things that you're putting into it. Now, what do you eat during the eating time? There are many different viewpoints on this. I personally eat whatever I want. The key is I do not gorge myself on food. If I want a piece of pie, I have a piece of pie. If I want pizza, I eat thin crust, and I may have like a few pieces of pizza. And I do that earlier in the day. I try to keep the majority, the bulk of my unhealthy calories, as I would call them, like the carbs and the things that are not that great for you, the snack foods. I try to do that earlier in the day when I break my fast. But first I start with fruit. I think I said that earlier on a different video. Start with fruit, then wait 15 minutes, and then maybe have like a salad or some type of a vegetable, maybe even a handful of potato chips if you want them. Whatever, just start out slow and then have the bulk of your big meal kind of towards the first couple hours, maybe 3 hours into your fast. What you want to do is give yourself time in between each part of your eating to let your body do with it what it needs to do with the food. So, okay, so if I eat at noon, what I'm probably going to be starting out with is fruit. And I'm going to wait 15 to 30 minutes, and I will have something else, maybe a baked potato or whatever carby type of thing that I'm craving. Like I said, a handful of chips, a sandwich maybe, whatever. Just something little. Another thing is I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do this, if I'm going to keep my big meal like as my lunchy type meal, or if I'm going to make it my dinner meal. It all depends on how my new job goes, because these hours are going to be from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I'm obviously going to be eating a little bit later in the day, but I'm still sticking to my 8-hour eating window. But I'm going to be careful to make sure that those bulky calories, for me personally, are closer to the beginning of my fast, I think, than the one afterwards. Although, if you're working hard, you may come home super hungry, then just be careful. Make sure you get a salad and vegetables in if you have meat or any type of starchy food that's important, so that you have an easier time digesting it. That it's kind of like watch your cats or your dogs. They eat grass. That's because of digestion. Even the animals are smart enough to know the greenery is what pushes all that nasty sludge through our system into waste products and helps us lose the weight and keep us fit and healthy. So make sure you have enough greenery in your diet to balance out all the nasty stuff that you may eat. If you want a Twinkie or a Ho-Ho, have it. You can do it on this because you're only eating for 8 hours. You want to try to keep your calorie allotment within reasonable amounts for your weight and height and whatever your goals are. I don't get really into that because everybody's so different and individual, and a weight loss trainer or a dietary person would be better to help you with that. So just keep your calories, reasonable. Don't sit down and eat a whole pizza yourself. Don't sit down and eat a whole cake. Don't eat packages of cookies. I mean, that's like common sense, but that doesn't mean that people don't struggle with that. That will really sabotage your efforts, no matter how many hours you have in a window. Stay tuned. I have more. Thanks.